There we go. It should be all good now. There we go. It should be all good now. Okay, sweet. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, Ryan. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me and everything's all good. Let me just make sure this is. There we go. That'll do. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that'll do. Boom. Perfect. How is everyone? Hello, Kath. Hello, Chris. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone's weekends been? Just make sure everything's cool. Plug this back in over here. Boom. Even though, don't forget to like. Love that fit speed. Hello, David. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mark. Good, my team won. Nice, Chris. Love that, love that. But yeah, how's everyone's weekends been? What's everyone been up to? And then if you are new to the live, what we tend to do is have a bit of a catch up, see how everyone is. Then from there, we'll get into the charts, mark them up, come up with a plan for tomorrow. And then we'll switch over to Zoom where we'll do a trading Kahoot as well. So like a trading quiz. It's always good fun and also definitely educational as well. So yeah, hello BV. Hello. Is it who? Some people haven't got the name on. This happens with like 2 people. Been packing up my house, getting ready for a move. Fair play. That's tiring. That is. Hello Zakia. Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? Good BV. Very, very good. Been working a lot on the social media stuff, and then also had a good conversation with a few educators. Went out with Leon on Friday as well, so had a good catch up with him. Made sure everything was all good, and he's happy with how everything's going, and the feedback from his section's been amazing. How long for merch to arrive? I don't know, BV. Obviously, it's custom like made and everything. So yeah, we got a list now. I got Ben to get like a list together. Hello, Carlton. Hello, hello, hello. But yeah, how's everyone doing? How's everyone's weekends been? It's been good. Just had a good little chat with Brandon, new educator, about basically he's got a cool little idea as well. Basically over the shoulder with Brandon. So what it is, similar to what Leon does a bit, but when he's particularly trading a session, doing like a live session in the Discord. And when he is over the shoulder with Brandon, a few people can join and just like we'll do like maybe a group of 5-10 people each time, do a few times a week, and then just get in there. So he's I think that's a really cool idea as well. But yeah, over the shoulder with Brandon. So where you'll be able to like voice, talk to him like, yo, Brandon, what's your mindset going through that and stuff like this. So that's really good. So that's been good. And then, like I said, I had a great catch up with Leon on Friday as well. We went to PFL, which was really nice. Met some really big people. Really big people there. Some very big people actually. So that was good. And yeah, had a catch up. People study the volume indicator, but wants me to buy TradingView. Is their community indicator, Chris? So the volume indicators do require the like premium version of TradingView. I can't remember how much it is. I think it's around £15 a month, but that's to get the volume indicators. There are a few programs you can use online to get it for free, but they always give you like half of it, and then they want you to pay whatever, and it's a lot more expensive with them. Officially switched to swing trading, been back testing, and was forward testing the part message month, and it works much better. Oh, nice, Alex. Yeah, definitely. I love it when people, get into more swings. I really, really like it when people switch in to sort of, they mix in like day trading with swing trades. So turning, I believe that with swing trading, I think the best mentality to go at it is turn your day trades into swing trades. Let them naturally form into swing trades. So let's say you enter, you're entering maybe 1-2 trades a day. One of them, you might be like, okay, this is a particularly good point, okay? And then you let more of that position ride and you let it organically turn into a swing trade. This way you can, maintain those really tight stops and those huge risk to reward. But then also, certain swing trades just to have that more room there is nice as well. 2 indicators. Yeah, Chris, it is a pain. Hello, Jay. Hello, Brett. Hello, Paul. BV, it should be sent, I assume Monday. But yeah, at any time really. Even though I hope you're all well. Don't use a coin toss for trading. Better off going to the casino. Exactly, Yusuf. 100%. I think a great quote of mine, which I really like, is that if you're going to gamble, at least get dressed up and go to the casino. Don't gamble, on your laptop or on your phone or whatever. Don't do that. If you're going to gamble, at least get dressed up and make a night out of it. So basically, don't gamble in your trading is the thought behind the quote. Yeah, be marking up supply and demand on the daily/4 hour and then refine them down to lower time frames, but still targeting higher time frame or low. Yeah, nice, Alex. Yeah, having those higher time frame sort of targets is very, very, very good. So I really like that. I like supply and demand. That's good also, and that can go deep as well. Supply and demand. When you start off with that, it seems like it's not too in depth, but it can really, really go in depth when you start looking at the sort of. A common term is like the freshness of the level and things like this, and you can really, really build on it to make a really solid system. Their floor is BV. Always place black or red before going on the charts. Proven strat. Ben, man. Even though I hope you had a good weekend. Hope you too have. Hope you had a great weekend as well, DB. Thanks, hi all. Hello, Alan. Now, mate, you've answered my question. Cheers. Okay, nice, Chris. Love that. And yeah, if you do have a question, asking it or either in the live or at me in the Discord's the best way to get like quick response. A lot of you do now, but yeah, and it means that if need be, I can pull in the chart right now and get the chart up and go through it right now. So it's just easier for me as well. I think easier for you as well. BV. Ben, what do you mean I owe you a $5? I had a very helpful call with Alex and Jay. So nice to get others' opinions on things. Great guys. Yeah, Adam and Jay did some great calls. I received some absolutely amazing feedback from that. I think that's really good. They'll definitely be doing that again in the future. The value they provided there was absolutely amazing. Adam, speaks to hundreds, if not thousands, of you guys at this point, and so he's really clued in with when people are doing well, what they're doing, when people are not doing well, what they're doing, and then obviously Jay's killing it as well in his personal trading. So they're really, really good guys to give proper helpful criticism and steps forward. I thought it was Adam. It was Adam doing it. Adam and Jay. What car you go out in Friday? I was in an R8 on Friday. Reason for that is because Leon really likes the R8s, and because he's had a really good month. He's done really well. I've had some great feedback from his one-to-ones. He's just been providing a lot of value and everything like that. And we needed a catch up, so I thought let's do that. Joining with C.Og, hopefully pull me out the gut. Yeah, Paul, C.Og, I've seen a lot in his section now. He's pushing out a lot of free content now as well. I mean, just take a look in his section, and need I say more? The guy is a wizard. He's very smart. I said in the video I put in the private group, but his understanding of just market dynamics on a really deep fundamental level is insane. He is extremely knowledgeable, and it's always good, to feel like, what the fuck is going on? That's when you know you're in the right room. If you're in a room and you understand everything which is going on, if I put you in a nursery, yeah, and you would understand everything, at least I hope you would understand everything, okay? 1 + 1, 2 + 2, you understand everything, okay? Is that a room you want to be in to learn? No, not really. If I put you then in some university lecture class where they're talking about like astrophysics or something like that, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? That's a room you want to be in to learn, isn't it? That's how I view C.Od's section as well, because you go in there, you're like, what the fuck is this? This is insane. It blows your mind. That shows that you're in the right place, which is really good. So, C.Od's he's a really nice guy as well. Even all. Was also great to chat with. Adam and Jay of the weekend, appreciate it. Yeah, nice, Mark. Yeah, I said before, they're really good guys. I'm there 3 weeks in, really looking forward to seeing the trading floor. If any pens or A4 paper, toilet roll missing, wasn't it? Yusuf. Yeah, it'd be really good, Yusuf. Look forward to it. We're going to smash it this week. Yes, Chris. Had a great end to the week, so looking forward to the next. Ben, I did see your message before. So yeah, we'll definitely have a chat about it. Yeah, Adam is about Alex as Adam. Okay, all good. V10 R8 or V10 Lambo? Lambo, because I struggle to fit in the R8. Definitely, the R8's very. It's very tight inside, but the R8's fun. It's like a go-kart. Like, it's really just, I don't know, it does feel like a little go-kart. But I'd probably prefer the Lambo. Analysis paralysis. What do you mean, James? Helping me set my pre-trade rules. Nice. Love to hear that. You're a bit late. I was responding to your message. Okay, nice, Hammer. Yeah, Hammer, I think what we spoke about was, I think that's a good idea, especially with the incentives in there as well, added on top. I feel like it's the only way to do it, really, that we can actually do without it just turning into this absolute mess of craziness. Lydia Coles. Hello, Lydia. Oh, love a good chat with my mentor. Love to help out. People need to learn to follow signals. Think support role is more what I do best. Nice, Ben. And yeah, a support role, it is a big role, and you have a lot of impact on a lot of people. I said in a message before I sent with Jay. So Jay's obviously in the Discord, really active, and now he's taken the support, becoming more on the support role. And with the thousands of members which we have, him joining, and then now he's making literally tens of thousands of dollars a month, really, that's an inspiring person as well. And with the support role, he's having impact on literally thousands of people's lives and thousands of people's trading journeys. So it's a really big it's a big deal. Hello, Robs. Hola. Hello, Lydia. Hello, Nisi. How was your weekend? What are signals there if not to follow? Signals you don't always follow. If you don't agree with a signal, then don't follow it. Signals are just that. They're a signal, okay? It's to give you an idea of what someone's doing. And then, the best way to utilize them is to look at them, understand that they're coming from someone who, really knows what they're talking about. And then you utilize them to really think, okay, why are they entering this trade? Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, so there's a lot more to a signal than just enter trade copy. I mean, you can do that, but the best part of a signal is being able to get into the mind of a trader and see what they're doing, why they're entering the trade and everything like that. FOMO when winging it will blow your account. Exactly. Set stop loss and follow the signals and charts. Exactly, Yusuf. Exactly. And from what I think from what I can't remember if it was Jay or Adam that sent me it, but like a little rundown from the calls which they had. Something big which seemed to come up a lot. Is people getting a lot of emotions when they're in a trade. So cutting the trade early, this, that, and the other. And I just had a great call, actually, with Ali, who's been in the group for a long time now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had a great call with Ali, and something which came up on the call which we had was, so when you're entering a trade, allowing your intuition to come into play a bit. So what I mean by that is, from your past experience, choosing whether to use your system or whether to not use your system. Because your system can print, buy and sell, all day. It can hit multiple levels, this, that, and the other. Really getting to that next level is choosing which levels to use and which not to use. But once you're in a trade, especially up until you're at a point where you're very confident, just keeping it very objective, okay? So what I mean by that is your trade management, keeping it super objective. I will move my stop loss to break even at 1 to 1. I will close X amount at 1 to 2. I will leave this much on. You can't argue with it. There is no, okay, what about this? No, there is nothing. You keep it very, very strict. This will really help you when you're in a trade. Because once you've entered that trade and you've decided, okay, it sticks to my rules, I agree with the trade, I'm following my system, from past experience, I think this trade is going to go well. After that, after you've clicked that button, boom, trade management is just automated, which is important, I think. And then you can obviously adjust things over time. Hammer. I always look at it as if, unfortunately, the group went down, what would you do if you only follow signals? Education is the key. Exactly, Ben. 100%. Education is the key. The mission statement of the group is to, build long-term, autonomous, profitable traders. Through education and community, and then signals as well. How do we join your Discord? I'm new to all of this. Only been putting signals on that I've been sent, but want to learn more to do it myself. The Robs, if you're not already in the Discord, drop me a message with saying Discord in all capitals, and we'll get you in there, mate. I found that very helpful. Okay, really nice. Really nice. And then also, if you want some more information on the Fu Manchu, there is a PDF in the educational resources section that by Craig, which goes into more detail on the Fu Manchu as well. There's some great resources in the educational resources section of the private group, like quite a few PDFs and stuff by a few different members as well, which are really, really solid. But sometimes people rely on the signals and not learn from them. Yeah, I want to focus on teaching people to trade. So, exactly. Sergeant. A whole lot, but can't wait to put it into practice. Love that, BV. Love that. Why does group mainly trade gold? Seems it's most volatile, and stats show most traders aren't profitable trading gold. James, so volatility equals opportunity equals profitability. With no volatility, there's no money to be made. We need volatility. That chart going up and down, that's more opportunity for us to capitalize on. And so I've just rotated to gold. A majority of traders, I said this a few times before, but majority of traders, they start off trading random stuff and a bunch of stuff and everything like that. But something like most traders seem to either rotate to either gold or like NQ. That seems to be, they either fall into one of the two baskets, really. It's just because there's a lot of opportunity. To get trading view up, can't Can't use work laptop as they monitor everything. Love that, DB. Ben, I thought it was in there. I thought I added it. I could have sworn I added it. Get my name. I don't know. Why is your name not coming up? First win the group, in profit also. Follow some signals, but I've mostly tried to learn and place myself. Don't want to rely on signals too much. Love that, Jay. Yeah, that's the way to go. And plus, if something which is really important as well is, just exclusively following the signals. Even if the signals are really good, if you don't know why you're entering the signals, okay, then it's a lot harder. If I say, okay, jump off a cliff, you're going to be like, I ain't jumping off the cliff. What are you on about? But if I say, okay, jump off the cliff because there's a fire coming and there's actually a trampoline at the bottom and you're going to be fine, then it's like, okay, no worries, I'll jump off the cliff. And you jump off no worries. Like, it's fine, it's easy, you've got no worries, no emotion, it's fine, okay? It's the same thing. If you're entering a trade and you don't know why you're entering the trade, you're jumping off a cliff with no reason. You have no idea what's going on, okay? But if you understand what's going on, you understand the environment you're in, okay, you can hold that trade. You can jump off that ledge with more confidence and actually stick with it, which is very important and can lead to just higher profitability because you're more confident in the actual setup. Barbecue marshmallow. Barbecue marshmallow. Definitely reach out and ask questions. Like, reach out to me, reach out in the Discord, and we'll clear things up. And look, trading starts off as like a really, really foggy arena. Every question you ask clears a bit of that fog. Okay. And so that's what it is. So the more questions you ask, the more fog will be cleared, and then eventually you'll have a nice clear arena to be in. God, the analogies are on point tonight, aren't they? Jesus, he's on form. Good weekend, hope you're well. I'm good, Tony. How are you? It's all in the group. I'm dyslexic, being profitable by following analysis skills. Great group on Discord. Any laughing at war analogies? Seriously, this group is awesome. Very supportive. Appreciate that, Yusuf. Yusuf and the kebab. Yusuf, I can't help. I've actually got a problem. I can't help but see your name and think kebab. Like, you've actually ingrained it in my head. But yeah, really, really appreciate that. And that's, whole community as well. Whenever I see feedback, it's not to just me, it's to the entire group. We're all together. And yeah. What is the best way to message you? Do you mean on Telegram? Yeah, the Robs, message me on Telegram, or the best way would be at me in the Discord, because I know I get notified quicker on that, and it's not as I don't get added on the Discord all the time, whereas Telegram messages are it's a lot. I've been left out. What do you mean, Ben? We'll double check. Hold on, no, it's not there. Okay, Ben, we'll get that straight on. Where you at? I don't know where Jay is. Smart. I'm still in the dark. Mark, I don't know I remember you saying before. I don't know. Stop loss is your parachute. Exactly. Fog analogy before geez. Yeah, that was good, BB. I need to book a call with Adam about my stop loss setting. I've had quite a good end to the week. Nicely. It's good that you've ended the week good. Carry that momentum into this week. And yeah, definitely get one book, Lee. Either at him in the Discord, or even Lee at Jay if you want in the Discord as well. He'll happily run through it as well. And also, if you are on YouFunded as well, I recommend messaging Jay. He's on there. He's crushing it on there. So he can give you some nice pointers and stuff as well. How to swing trade gold if you want to place another trade. So I wouldn't really be looking to enter swings right now. We're so close to the all-time high. I wouldn't want to really re-enter into any buy swings right now. iPad Neil. Back and after taking a month off to try again. Took something after my YouFund account going -1 hour. So hoping to come back strong. Nice, Shane. And I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Keep us updated. Keep us updated. Pressing the gold up or down button this week. Yusuf, that's That's the key. That's the key. As soon as Craig, I'm telling you, as soon as Craig puts a message in that Discord, boom, buys straight on. BB. No, mate, you funded. If you wanted to enter a swing on, just like you would enter a normal trade, I mean, they've got no swap fees, and so it's really good to swing on there. But exactly how you would a normal trade, probably just with a wider stop loss, and then like obviously TP's distant future. Went plus 5R, then lost 5 in a row. That's unfortunate, but going to keep strong on the trade rules this time. Yeah, I mean, really nice, Shame. And that's unfortunate on the 5 in a row. Shame. Why do you think those 5 losses in a row? Why do you think, like, what's a common theme between those 5 losses? Let us know. What's a common theme that you can see between those 5 losses? Were you going against the trend? Were you trying to trend trade in a range? Were you like impatient on the entry? What do you reckon is a common thread between those 5 losses? Yeah, iPad, there are a few limiting things, so you've got to kind of pick which one you want to be. There are a lot of members who are on YouFunded who use that specifically for swings, and then they like day trade on their live. Common theme, they hit stop loss. That's very true, Ben. That's very true. But how are we feeling going into next week on sort of gold or whatever pairs you trade? How are we feeling? And by the way, let us know in the chat now. What pairs or pair do you trade? I'm curious to see. Yeah, Hammer. There's none. Do you know what a swing is? Guessing it's a complete reversal. Yusuf, a swing trade is just a longer term trade. Entering late on signals from FOMO. On the trade, going against the trend 3 times from me was trying to sell on gold when it was climbing this entire time. Okay, Shame. That's... Yeah, Shame, I think a good... sorry to give another analogy, but a good analogy for the FOMO is... This is a bit of a vulgar one, but if you had a prisoner, okay, and you were gonna, let's say there's someone there and you need to shoot this guy in the head. He was like the leader of some craziness and you needed to shoot him in the head. Would you either make sure it was the guy and risk him getting away, or would you just shoot him in the head and it might accidentally be the wrong guy? I'd hope that you do your due diligence and make sure it was the right person and risk him getting away. You know, if he runs away, it's fine. You'll go catch him later. It's fine, okay? The worst thing that can happen is you shoot the wrong guy. You don't want to take the wrong trade. Make sure it's the right trade. If the trade gets away from you before you find out that it's the right trade and before you get your confirmations, then it's gone. And, you know, you'll catch him another time. It's fine. Okay, so make sure it's the right one. If in that time of confirmations it gets away from you, you've just got to leave it. And then in terms of going against the trend, yeah, maybe adding a trend filter in there. In terms of maybe just as basic as like an EMA, like a 200 EMA, 4-hour 200 EMA. You can only enter buys above it. Just to get very basic, but it can filter a lot of those bad trades. Gold, Bitcoin, nice. Crypto. What crypto do you trade, James? I trade gold at the moment. Nice. Swinging a long-term position over days, weeks. Yeah. Brave set of balls. Love that. Gold, baby. Love it. Gold, NAS, ES. Looking at Forex now with this whole Gov shutdown business. Okay, nice, Ben. Just make sure, Ben, you don't get too much. It's I heard Leon say it at the weekend, but it's good. You don't want too many wives, okay? Each pair is a wife, okay? You know, 1, maybe 2, you know. if you want. That's, you know, you can handle that. But if you got loads of wives, he said it because obviously in Dubai, you know, people have multiple wives a lot. But yeah, if you have one, you know, you've got it locked in. Okay, that's fine. But if you've got loads, then it's difficult. I thought it was quite a funny quote. The Robs, I'll send you a link to the Discord so you make sure you're messaging the right me, because there's a lot of scammers on Discord, so you want to make sure you're messaging the right one. Yeah, mate, 20. Yeah, that's good. Only got at the moment. Nice. Mostly Solana and Bitcoin. Okay. I remember Solana, man. That brings back so many memories. I used to hold Solana ages ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. What's that? No, Ben. Working through it with it's, you can check it. Check the Discord and see the updates, Ben. It's good. I think I sent you the voice note, Ben, of what it is. Did I send you the voice note of the update with it? I think it's a really good idea. Gold, GU, Bitcoin. Okay, nice. Yeah, they're nice pairs. Trogo just wiped down my account. Yeah, I mean, gold, you got to be careful with those lot sizes, especially. I'm finding it hard to choose which one. Shame, with trading, one thing which we've tried to curate in this group is a lot of systems, a lot of strategies might not make sense to you, okay? And trying to force you into a box that you don't fit in, okay? Each person is a different shape, okay? And each strategy is a different shaped box. I'm not going to try and force a square-shaped trader into a circle box, am I? Okay? Because that's just going to be awkward. It's going to be annoying. You want to put that square-shaped trader in the square-shaped box. So what we provide in the group is a bunch of different sized boxes. We have square-shaped boxes, we have triangle boxes, we have circle boxes, okay? So this means that we've got multiple traders, so you can, look into that person. You look into my system, and then you look into Leon's, and you look into Brandon's, and WizKid, and etc., etc. And you can be like, okay, Brandon's, I like it, but like, it's not really fitting with me. Okay, Leon's, okay, that is really nice. WizKids, you know, that ladder system that you spoke about, you know what, that makes sense to me. That really makes sense to me. I'm going to go in on that. So we don't want to force you into a box that you're not comfortable with and that doesn't make sense to you, because in reality, you won't stick with it for the long term and you won't see those proper results. Yeah, we need to listen. Okay, cool. Lose focus. You just focus on one at a time, Shane. Focus on one at a time. Terminate. Miss you, Bolly and Max. Just made my rule and ordered a German Donna before actually making the money on trading first. Bloody hungry tonight. That's actually my daily aim. Make enough to buy dinner. Sounds funny, but works. Yusuf, I love it. Yeah, go for it. Good targets, and it's good to have that positive reinforcement there of, okay, I got the charts, I stuck to my rules, I made money, kebab time. You know, it's good to stick to that. For the Kahoot. Okay, BV, I'll post a link in the chat when we're doing the Kahoot. I need a drink. Okay. Let's get into the chart. So quick look at Bitcoin. So we did have this crazy bull flag play out. Was it this chart that I put it on? Yeah, so bull flag, which I did say in the private group on like Friday or Saturday, I can't remember, which absolutely went through the roof, which was pretty crazy. So We'll get into this shortly, as I think there's going to be some very nice opportunity for those who are looking at Bitcoin over the coming week, definitely. So let's get into this. I want to zoom out a bit. I am on the 24-minute time frame. I like to mark up on either the 15-minute, 24-minute, or 30-minute, sort of in that sort of medium time frame range, just because it gives me a nice view of what's going on. Obviously, factoring in the daily and as well. So let's start off. We've got some nice trend lines here. You don't want to trade purely off trend lines. They're just to give you a bit of structure in the market, and just make sure it's not like a blank canvas. Okay, it's basically, you've got a big road. I'm putting the lines on the road to make sure people stay in the right lane. So yeah, let's mark this up. I don't mind if things go a bit above and then break back through. I'm still going to count this trend line here. This overall pattern here, the sort of like concaving, I don't know how to say the word, triangle like that, does mostly show losing momentum. Got a buy marked up at 2100 on gold. Looks beautiful. Hammer, I'm sure it does. Wait there. Oh no, I can't be asked to go all the way down there. Hammer, yeah, no words. Okay. We did a little bit of reaction off there. Nice reaction off there. Let's see what we can come up with. One thing we can do is we can pull a fixed volume range across this price action here, as we are going in a general sideways pattern, which is nice, struggling to get above the value area high. And the point of control of this range, which is the point of control, by the way, is this black line here. So you can pull a session volume range profile, a fixed volume range profile, across a range. It gives you the highest volume nodes in a particular area, which basically shows you where the most transactions took place, and it normally gets a somewhat of a nice bounce, especially when it has other confluences with it as well. So what we can do is, on top of that, let me just make sure my phone is charged. It's on 1%. Love that. My phone is always nearly dying, which is lovely. Okay, so what we can do is, I do want to see, this is the ColezTrades indicator. Shout out to Tony. I want to see where support is. So we have got the previous daily open, daily, previous 4 hour, all in this little zone here. We do have a previous daily there around this point of control as well, which does look pretty good, but we've kind of retested this. We had a resistance here, we've come down, then we've broke through and retested it with this wick here. So I'm not as content with it. So I'm not too bothered with that. But what we can do is we can pull a fib there and see the golden pocket lines up perfectly in that zone, which is lovely. So what we can do is we'll mark this up like this, and we'll do daily open plus 4 hour plus daily plus golden pocket. This is a nice level. The only thing I'm concerned about is us taking out this high up here. If we do take out that high, then this level, well, the fib on this level is obviously invalidated. So that's something to keep in mind. And crayons are out, advancing to felt tips on these days. Yusuf. Reset trading view. I got squiggles all over the place. Yeah, you can right click, reset chart. That'll basically reset it so it's like logarithmic basically. But if you want to get rid of the actual like squiggles and stuff on your chart, you can click the top in the top right hand corner, and then the little object tree and data window. And then in here you can delete the drawings you want to delete, or you can click the little icon there, and then you can reset the chart there. So you can just reset the full drawings on the chart as well. Okay, let's move this off. There we go. Okay, I like this level a lot. What we'll do is we'll make this a lot smaller so it's not as invasive. Boom. Let's see where. Okay, the previous day value area low lines up there as well. It's quite nice. Hi guys, hello Chris. When you draw your zones, when do you decide to enter the trade? Is there anything you keep your eye out for or focus on? As I think this is where I'm struggling mostly. I get you drawing zones on common areas, right? When different positions line up, like daily open 4 hours, etc. Yeah, Shane. So that's exactly what I'm doing. And then when we approach a level, what I'm looking for is basically divergences in this indicator here. So we can see here, perfect example, there's a level here. Didn't get divergences. If we pull this out and we look here, I'm going to delete this. But you can see here, I do mostly use the 3 minute for confirmations. No confirmation. Look, price is coming down, momentum's coming down. Price is coming down, momentum's coming down. Price is coming down, momentum's coming down. Okay? Price is going up, momentum's going up. And then what happens here? Price comes down, momentum's going up. You see this? Momentum's gone up, whereas price has come down. What happens after that? The exact bottom before a very large move up. So that's what we're sort of looking for. Divergences in momentum. So this shows basically that this move here isn't like justified. It hasn't got the momentum behind it to continue basically. That's what I'm looking for when we enter. And then you can see also here the exact top. What happened here? Momentum's going up, whereas price is going up. And then when momentum comes down, you see this here, momentum's come down, price has gone up. That's the exact top before a huge move down. Boom. There we go. Zoom out. Will the Vimachu always be as strong as it is now? You can't really say. The markets are always changing. You know, something which isn't spoke about probably a lot is the fact that markets, are kind of living, breathing things. Something that worked 10 years ago probably won't work now. And this is why extremely rule-based systems aren't necessarily the way forward. You need to adapt and adapt your system over time, slowly changing, slowly tweaks and stuff like this. So who knows? It might get stronger, it might get weaker. I think overall, seeing divergences in, in momentum or in buying and selling pressure, if price takes out a high, but the volume just isn't there on that push through, then it doesn't necessarily, that doesn't show an increase in buying pressure. It doesn't show that a lot of buyers are happy with that price. It just shows that people don't really want to sell at that price. So, yeah. Back R, you get it by just going into the indicator section and typing in Vumanchu. Vumanchu. Hi, everyone. Hello, SS Sports Horses. Hello, hello, hello. Change is inevitable. It is 100%. And you just got to flow with the punches. So, yeah. And again, let me know if you've got any questions along the way, guys. Anything to do with trading. Can be super advanced or super basic, or you're curious about something in the trading space or anything crypto related. I'll happily answer it. Maybe give an analogy to help you hopefully understand it a bit more. So when it comes to setting stop loss, do you have previous high/low? Shame for stop loss. What I really tend to do is, let's say I wanted to enter this position here, okay? What I'll do is I'll go to the left-hand side of my chart, and I'll just look for areas where we've previously got a bounce. So, for example, under the level. So under this level, we can see here that price has previously bounced here. So probably put my stop there. Something like this. Maybe a bit closer, like under this low here. Under this candle body lows. And there's no objective best stop loss, okay? A good stop loss over time. A good stop loss, the overall idea for a good stop loss is when your idea becomes invalidated. That is a stop loss. You should place your stop loss at a level where the idea for the trade becomes invalidated, okay? But stop losses come from over time. Over time you'll see Okay, when I place my stop loss here, like it normally gets wicked and then we go up. When I place my stop loss here, it's too close. And over time, you'll build up the discretionary ability to determine where best to place your stop loss. So that just comes from time at the charts and then also journaling your trades also. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying the live, subscribing and liking all that stuff helps spread the live out as well. Let's be on my phone. What time frame do I go in? Back time frames don't really matter as much as people think. Time frames are just fractals of each other. There's no magic time frame. I like using factors of 3, so I like using the 3 minute, the 6 minute, the 12 minute, the 24 minute. That's just because when I was back testing and forward testing a ton when I first got into trading, I traded a lot of crypto and it just seemed to work better for me. But I use all different types of time frames. I use the 3 minute, the 5 minute, the 6 minute, the 12 minute, the 50 minute. I see it as a fluid thing. I see this as time frames aren't a set thing. They're a zoom slider. Okay, if I want more information, I'll zoom in. I'll go into a lower time frame. If I want less information, but I want to see the overall environment, I'll zoom out. I see it as a slider. Okay, there's no best time frame. You should really use like minimum 2 time frames, your environment and your execution, preferably 3. So, if you want to execute on the 5 minute, then, mark up on like the 30 minute and then have your environment on the 4 hour. I really want to learn how to recognize divergences. Hopefully we'll get there soon. Yeah, Yusuf, that just comes from sort of back testing and just, going back to previous levels on your chart and looking for the divergences. Do you mark up the same on Bitcoin? Yes, Dom. Yeah, I use the same. But I've heard a rumor that the charts are like a battlefield. Is this true? Yes, charts are like a battlefield. Exactly. If you haven't heard that quote, that analogy, let me know and I'll go into it. Swing high/low for stop loss on gold, or you'll get wigged out. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Cog talks about that in his free education. Which part, Gary? Which part does Cog talk about? Hi all. Hello, Andy. How you doing? Cog's got some great information. Really going to try, and every single educator that we've got on, really going to try and squeeze them as much as we can, just to get as much value out. And there's a few ideas which we've been cooking up in the background as well, with each of them. So it's been really good. Like I said, I had a great catch up with Leon. Me and Brandon were talking before about a little idea with him. Me and C.Arg have been talking a lot over the past few days, past weeks, really, about really bringing the most. And C.Arg's really seeing the vision with the group, which is really amazing. So yeah, is one that don't get iPad Neil. Yeah, very true. The best stop loss is the one that doesn't get hit. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, this is the level which I'm sort of looking at now, and it does line up with this trend line as well. I actually really like this level. To be honest, I really like this. This is a level which I'd be very happy to enter on. And to be fair, I don't really see. I don't want to short in this market now, so I'm definitely not looking for sells. And if we do break below this level, it means we've broke below this trend line. And if we break below this, I see us really taking out this low, at least, if not this low. Maybe retesting these previous highs here. So yeah. Definitely won't go back to the many mo trading method like when I started. Lost loads doing that at the beginning. Yeah, Yusuf. Definitely don't do that. I think if you could talk to yourself, the more beginner version of yourself, Yusuf, I think you'd be like, what the hell were you doing? So yeah, let's get into Bitcoin anyway. Let's start marking at Bitcoin. By the way, guys, I will be posting a link to the trading quiz after this as well. We do like to do a trading quiz every night. It's really good fun, gets you engaged, and then also it's you'll definitely learn something as well. So stick around to the end. We'll be doing the trading quiz, and yeah. So I often talk to myself. Yusuf, I can imagine. Yeah, but let me know if you've got any, again, if you've got any trading questions at all. You know, there can be anything really advanced or really, really basic. Definitely just ask questions. Never, ever, 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 ever be afraid to ask a question. This goes out to all the members as well in the group. If you've got a question, ask it in the Discord. You know, there's people who will be a lot less advanced than you and people a lot more advanced than you. No one cares if you don't understand something. A lot of people just want to help. And trading's one of those things where it's like, you know, when you're an expert in something, okay? Like, let's say you're really, you know, when you first learn something, okay? And you really understand it and you want to go and you want to tell everyone. That's like a lot of the traders we've got in the community now. They've got a really good understanding of like one particular thing, let's say, and they want to share that. They want to explain it to you. And you're helping them at the same time. By asking a question, you're not being selfish and like, I wanna know this. You're not being selfish, you're helping other people. Because that gives people a chance to explain it to you. And the highest form of understanding is being able to teach it to someone else. Okay, so you're giving, by asking questions, you're giving other people an opportunity to understand what they already know at a much deeper level. So you're doing people a favor by asking questions. It allows them to deepen their understanding even further. So think of it in that way. Ask questions. It's the best way to go. Indicators that work today may not work tomorrow. Exactly, Gary. 100%. Because of how the market learns and adapts. Exactly, Gary. 100% agree. I've got a basic one. Was told to take partials on my trade when it was in profit. Can you explain the best way to do this? Was told to... So it depends on what platform you're using, Tom. So if you're on MetaTrade, if you're trading on TradingView, what you're trading on will depend how you go about taking partials. But like, if you're asking what taking partials is, it's basically taking a portion of your position off the table to reduce risk and lock in profits. But the level it's just below a weekly anchor point of control plus daily. If it breaks through that, potentially will break through your level as well. Hammer, yeah, but I just see as a lot of volume around that level, especially daily / weekly naked point of controls. They're not very like exact levels. They're normally like little areas. So I'm hoping that level kind of factors into that as well. So Dom, I trade I mark up my charts on Bitcoin USDT on Binance. I encourage you to do the same. Why? Binance has the most liquidity, it has the most volume, it's the most accurate price data. And so yeah, the most volume is on Binance USDT perpetual contract. So that's where you want to mark your charts, the most accurate price data. So yeah, BTC USD is like a lot less volume. Obviously that's spot holdings. So yeah, I take partials, works for me when I follow charts with signals. Yeah, taking partials is unbelievably important. Again, taking partials, not taking the full position, taking partials. Cover that risk, and then allow your trade to run. A great quote that I put in the group before from the great book, which is The Best Loser Wins, is basically I limit my risk, I never limit my reward. Okay, so your risk is limited, cannot go below that point, but your reward is never limited. So you can let partials run for miles. No, Dom, that's not a silly question at all. That's not a silly question at all. Chris, that's brilliant. PA. What do you mean by PA? Isn't Bitcoin BTC a Korean pop group? No way, that's PA. Yusuf. The group is different gravy, mate. Appreciate that. TA. Yeah, we'll get into Bitcoin's one now. By the way, To add on to Dom's question as well, I do look at other price data as well, so other exchange data as well. So I want to put that out there as well. I do look at others as well. So let's go on the 24-minute and see what is going on. On Bitcoin, I like to look at the daily. I mean, we've got a lot of shit going on here. That's still, by the way, this trend line here is still what I think will be the top of the bull run. I've had that on for like 6 months now. So yeah. Okay. Someone just asked in the group in Discord if you can reply to him. I can't go on now. Corey's just asked what CVD is. CVD is cumulative volume delta. It's really, really cool to use, especially on Bitcoin. Using CVD with OI, so open interest, slightly advanced, but if you do want to look into it, it's really, really cool. If you are new, ignore what I'm going to say for the next 30 seconds. But you can use CVD, so cumulative volume delta, with open interest to find absorption. This is going to sound so crazy, but to find absorption divergences in crypto, you can use things like exocharts to find them, and they basically show where like huge whales are absorbing, hence the name absorption divergences, a lot of orders, and you can use those. Like, they are so good. So if you want to like do a bit of research in them, you can type in CVD like / open interest and divergences and look into those, but you have to get exocharts to look into that. It's really interesting. Okay. So now, by the way, a little tip, which is really, really good, is when you're at the charts, just zooming out to like the 4-hour daily. Like, just, you don't even have to know what you're looking for. Just zoom out and have a look around, basically. It's nice to do that. It's like you're in a shopping center, okay? And you're on like the top level. You're just looking around, looking at all the shops. You don't know what shop you're looking for, but you're just looking around, okay? Just go into a higher time frame and just look at the environment you're in. Look around, see what's going on. You're not looking for a particular thing, but for me, when I started doing that, it just helped me. I can't explain why, but just zooming out, taking a look around. What environment I am, what is actually going on. It can really be really helpful. Okay. So now we're on the 24-minute. Unfortunately, because of this huge move up, there isn't many like actual good places to pull positions from. Let's zoom in. Okay, we have got a naked point of control down here. A naked point of control is the highest volume node from a previous day that we haven't hit, so it's going to be a strong level. So a lot of orders basically at that level. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. I'm going to pull the fib from this low. And there we go. Let's see what we line up with. Okay, so we're getting the golden pocket near this previous 4 hour as well. Lines up with these previous lows as well. I quite like this. There we go. Let's pull this across. By the way, if you do have any questions, please let me know. So golden pocket plus prev lows plus 4 hour as well. Quite like this level actually. It's crazy to be entering longs at 121k. Mental. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And then also, let's just see what this lines up with as well. Lines up with this previous high, but I'm not really a fan. 0.786 is around there. It does line up with this 0.886 and this previous low as well. And I think a naked point of control Naked point of control is a bit below it, which is annoying. I am actually going to still mark up this here. So we've got naked point of control plus 0.786 plus 0.886. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there we go. It's quite nice. And then something that I spoke about on Ali earlier. What the hell is this? Who's this guy spamming? Sorry if I do miss any questions, by the way, guys. Isn't CBD medical oil? That. Okay, nice mark. Hello, Raz. Actually, tell me which indicator you are using to find the previous point of control, please. Many thanks. Yeah, Mark. So just come into the indicator section. I've got the bloody... Okay, so you just come into the indicator section and you type in session, volume, profile, HD. It's this one here. And then this is this here. And I've pretty much got the standard settings on, and it gives you the point of control of each day. So the highest volume node of each day. Open it. Yeah, I agree, Hammer. I think it would be really, really good. The thing is with stuff like that is that is hard to do a video section on, just because if I don't explain it in a really, really concise, nice way, it'll bring up even more questions than it answers. And so it needs to be really thoroughly planned out. But I agree, Hammer. It does. It's definitely overdue. May only worked a couple of days ago. What's that, Mark? You got Discord? Yes, mate. There's a link on my YouTube profile. You can join my group on there. And yeah, cool. Sorry, I'm late to the live evening. Hello, Victoria. How you doing? Got a few buy swing trades from 121 Bitcoin. Okay, nice. I like them, iPad Neil. I like them a lot. Should be really nice. And again, guys, let me know if you've got any questions regarding these levels, regarding the gold levels. I will be putting them in the private group after this. And then also this live, I think this live has been a really good one. It's recorded on YouTube, so it'll be automatically uploaded after as well. And then also we'll be doing the live trading quiz. I do the live trading quiz on Zoom because Zoom isn't delayed. On YouTube, you've got like a few seconds delay between me and you guys. It's just a thing with YouTube. Whereas on Zoom, because it's like a meeting, it's instant. So if you want to get involved in the trading quiz, it's really fun, really like educational as well, competitive. It's really, really good. Then we'll be doing that straight after the live, so you can get a link to that in the I'll put it in every group. That's what we thrive on. Exactly, Hammer. Exactly, Hammer. And I like questions, especially a question which I haven't seen. I like, because at this point, like we've seen a lot of different questions. You know, I've been doing lives now for over a year. So there's been a lot of questions, especially in the TikTok live trading days. That was crazy. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Is it? I assume S3, but S3. I agree. Fundamentals look good. Good night, all. Need a dash. Have an epic week trading. Bush. Nicely. Take care. Have a great night. Mate. S3, I have used them a bit before. I think they are nice to look at. I don't use them on TradingView on Exo charts. But yeah, higher time frame for like swings, I'll look into them. But I don't look at them like every single day. Wait there, let me just. This guy here is. How do I? Boom. This guy's trying to do some random stuff. I don't know who. Hammer what? S3, there's a Telegram on the YouTube. You can access everything through there. The more advanced questions, the more the group's growing. Yeah, exactly. 100%. And Mark, you've got a little crown next to your name, which is good. Just wait until I get into the private chat. There will be many questions. I look forward to it, Martin. I look forward to it. Where's the moons? What do you? Who's you? Not the moons. I thought we had escaped the moons. I love YouTube lives. Great for checking back, especially with the abbreviations, and also when a lie said, nice, Andy. Really, really nice. And yeah, I think this is nice. I'm enjoying YouTube. I think it's really nice. It seems like everyone can watch it as well. There's a few problems on Zoom. I know BV was here earlier. He'll be joining us on the trading quiz, but he was running into problems as well. S3, we did a live stream before S3 where we went down a little rabbit hole in terms of like the actual moon, because there's like a whole subsection of trading like indicators based off the moon cycles. So I think you're to do with you're on about different ones. Is it some fib hits lower zone? Yes, Paul. So the 0.886, I believe it was from this low here. So I pulled the fib retracement, which looks like this here. I use it a lot. It basically shows a nice retracement. And then I pulled it from this low to this high, and the 0.886 came in there. I would never use fibs just on their own as well. You know, big institution, everything, they're not using fib levels, but they just show a nice retracement in an already established trend. Keeps you out of hopping in trades too late. How many tabs you got open? A lot. Yeah. Zakia, look, you gotta. I don't know. What's this? Oh, okay. Yeah, look, busy. Got to stay active. Moving from the world with a crown. Exactly. Like bull moon, bear moon. What? Put moon indicator. Which moon indicator? I'm curious now. Which one? Which moon indicator? You're the man. What do you mean a tab that says adult only? Oh no, yeah. I'm not really a fan. I don't know. I mean, whatever works for you. Look, if you can go outside, put your finger to the air, and if you feel a certain breeze and you enter a trade because of it and it works and you're making money, then who cares? If you're making money, you're making money. Me personally, that seems crazy to me. but it works. What do you mean? Like, what you're looking for on it? S3, make sure join the next live S3, and mention it again, and we'll have a look through it, because I do want to get to the quiz now. But join the next live, message me about it, and we'll do a little section on it, because I'm always curious to, have a look into a few things, and hopefully there might be a lesson to be learned there. Full moon food pot. Oh god. I remember that we had a joke before about the moon phases, and it's funny. Who's bearish, full moon is bullish. Why though? S3, in terms of like a market, from the market's point of view, what does that actually show? Like, how does that increase buying pressure? How does that increase selling pressure? How does that change the fundamentals? Like, how does that? Why does that work? I see a full moon tonight. Noshi. So a full port and gold buys. Hammer. So a full port. Yeah, Noshi. Full port buys, I think. That's all that matters. I mean, true, but where do there's a lot more to a system than, okay, it's full moon, it generally goes up, it's half moon, it generally goes down, because when price is above the 200 EMA, price generally goes up. When price is below the 200 EMA, it generally goes down. There's a lot more, where you put in your stop loss, where you put in your take profit, where you're taking partials, what's your risk management. There's a lot more to it than just, if it kind of works that amount of time, kind of works that amount of time, there's a lot more to it. But still, I'm curious, and if it works for you, then by all means, rinse it. Okay, good compliments. Okay, that sounds good. Nashi. Okay, guys, we're gonna be transferring over to Zoom now. So I'll put a link in the public group when I'm live on Zoom. It'll literally be in like 2 minutes time, where we'll be doing a trading quiz. We'll start off easy, get into some harder questions as well. It's really good fun, and then also it's just, you'll learn something as well, hopefully. So yeah, I appreciate the live as well. This isn't goodbye now. I'm not saying goodbye now, because I'll see you on the trading live. And yeah, I'll see you in a brief minute, guys. And if you're not joining us on the trading quiz, then I appreciate all your questions and everything. I think it's been a really, really, really good live. I think we've dropped some really, really good questions, and then some really good answers as well. I think there's been some really quality quality stuff we've gone over in this live. So yeah, it's been really good. So yeah, I'll see you on the trading live. And goodbye. I'll see you in a couple of minutes, guys. Take care.